Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Roar Lions Roar. I'm your host tonight, Nick Pollock, and excuse me if we kind of drag out this intro for just a second because we are, hopefully live on YouTube right now. So I just want to make sure that it actually goes live, and there's a little bit of a delay. But I'm joined tonight here by we're live. All right, we're good. I'm joined here tonight by my good friend Matt Filipovitz. Matt, how you doing? It's been a while since we've been on a podcast together.
Nick, it's been a while since we were on the podcast together, and I was so excited, and I didn't want to be late. And omelets are like my favorite food ever, so I feel extra energized and excited to talk. The upcoming month/unofficial offseason, whatever you want to call this weird time between the end of the regular season and Penn State's likely January bowl game.
Yeah, first of all, omelet is a fantastic meal for any meal of the day. Don't feel any shame. I would happily eat an omelet for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, if I could. But yeah, like it's a weird, and also for those listening, just when we go live, it does increase the delay between our two sides of the audio and video here just a little bit. So just be warned of that. But yeah, like you said, this is a kind of a just a kind of a lawless time for Penn State football as, we wait for the conference championship games to finish up and, get confirmation about what bowl Penn State is going to, which we'll talk about a little bit more in a minute here, because there's been plenty of news on that front over the last few days or so. But before we get to that, a couple more, specific player personnel things we have to discuss here on Penn State's in their already very busy off season. I guess it's not really the off season yet, but quote unquote off season. I think the first one we should talk about here is Joey Porter Jr. officially declaring for the NFL draft. Obviously very happy for him. Had an awesome Penn State career. I know Bill put this on Twitter the other day, or maybe it was Matt, but the progression of him going from, oh cool, it's Joey Porter's son, to oh, wow, this kid's looks pretty talented, to, oh, no, he's really talented, to, oh, my God, he might be like a top 15 NFL draft pick. Has been really fun to watch. Just an amazing talent. He's been mock drafted anywhere from like the top 10 to, I think there's maybe some that have him just sneaking into the second round, maybe, but it seems pretty likely he'll be a first round pick when all things are considered. This past season, 11 passes defended, which was third in the Big Ten. Of course, one of the people ahead of him was his teammate, Kalen King, who was first in the Big Ten with 16 passes defended, had 27 tackles this year. And really, after the Purdue game, teams just didn't throw at Joey Porter Jr. like at all. Like it was just a completely erased side of the field. It was pretty fun to watch. But Matt, what are your thoughts on Porter's decision?
I mean, we saw this coming. You're seen on COVID eligibility, unless. So I think
Sure.
that's. So I'm really excited for the guy. He's going to end up being the highest drafted corner margin, and I think he'll be the first Penn State corner taken in the first round. I think these NFL players send their kids to go play for James Franklin. We've seen it now with Porter. We've seen it with Christian Driver. I think that says a lot about what really what James Franklin's building. And I think Porter being the guy that they can go out, the guy who always had an NFL pedigree, and we round draft pick, because a lot of people of a similar background don't make it that far. So I think it's going to be really important to see him go that high, and thankfully with Kalen King, John, Daquan Hardy, Cam Miller all back next year, and we'll see about Marquise Wilson. He went through senior day festivities, but does have a COVID year remaining. But parties, and I'm really happy that Porter gets to go out there and go get paid.
And with that, folks, I think we're actually going to put the kibosh on the live here, because I'm only getting like half of Matt's audio. So if you're listening to this, I'm very sorry. Or if you're watching this live, I'm very sorry. We're going to cut this off. We'll try live another time. Matt and I are going to hit stop here, and we're going to record the podcast like we normally do.